go, babies.
Hold on, let me pull this up. What are we doing? Yeah, that's right. I'm also dumb as shit. I can't remember anything. I can't, my brain just loses it.
Welcome to my world.
I didn't say I had tits. I said I can't remember anything.
They're called
Totally
breasts.
different part of the body.
Tits
called-
and fucking elf ears.
Motherfucker.
I'm sorry, I'll beep out the T word.
Thank you.
What do you say we get the show started, because we're a little bit late this evening? The Simple Minds Sports Show, latest and the greatest in New England sports. We'll start out with some opening takes, some hot takes. Why don't you go ahead there, Gandalf?
Robert, go ahead, Robert.
You want me to go? Sure. Yeah, we
Producer
got
Ray just
plenty of Pat's storylines here. We got the Mac versus Zap controversy. Obviously, that's brewing. Plenty of hot takes to talk about there. I'm sure Mac's a little butthurt right now with things. I wonder how he's feeling and what he's thinking to get out there. Now there's stories coming out. He's a little bit of a diva, asking too many questions. And, Zappy's in there just probably on the DL working, this Mac guy, listen, I can do this. I'm your guy. I hope that Zap's working it behind the scenes and hoping that he never wants to let Mac get that job back. You also got draft pick development. You're seeing everybody get out there and play games, which is nice. We used to never see that. We used to never see the draft picks play. It's nice.
That's true. It's true. We're not used to seeing rookies here in New England.
Wait, are you back on the Zappy train?
Zappy train.
He's got the fever. Bailey's spreading the fever in the locker room.
After the first game, you're like, whatever. And then you watch last game, you're like, oh, wow, that was different. He actually played good.
It moved a little bit.
God, irritable. I told you I was fucking irritable. Speaking of bitches, Joel Embiid is a bitch. You're a bitch, Joel Embiid. That's Celtics opener game. This is not necessarily the flopping. It's certainly not about the Marcus Smart tussle. Marcus Smart, you're a bitch too. It's about being 7'2", the biggest guy in the league, and playing like you're fucking Allen Iverson and dribbling between your legs and trying to take guys off the dribble, shooting three-pointers, shooting fadeaways. Just post up and dunk it over literally everyone. They were guarding you by something named Vonleh last night. Fuck you, Joel Embiid. You useless dog bitch. I fucking hate Joel Embiid. Thank God the Phillies are about to go win the World Series, because Philadelphia, if they're relying on this schmuck, this foreign schmuck, although congratulations on getting your American citizenship, you bitch, and then you're fucked. You're fucked, 76ers. I hate Joel Embiid. I hate watching him play. It's so frustrating. That being said, Celtics look good. Raymond?
They did.
You know what's not frustrating to watch? Bruins hockey.
Your mother's
right
ass? Damn it.
No, Bruins hockey right now. I mean, before the past two coaches, we had Claude Julien and Bruce Cassidy. It was defense. Now it's go, score goals. Don't care about the defense or rush. Just fucking go up there and snipe. I believe the Bruins are second right now for points for. They are probably last in the league for points against, because they're letting a lot of shit go in. But hey, it's actually fun watching the Bruins right now, and I'm all for it.
First, I'd like to say kudos to you for remembering the last two coaches of the Bruins, hockey guy Ray. And secondly, let me just quickly run down the show rundown. Oh, yep. Nope. We're not talking about the Bruins today. So way to spark that conversation, Raymond. What we will be talking about, Zappe antibodies. Do you got the Maccine? Do you got the old vaccine, Maccine? Or are you searching for that fever, that Zappe Fever? We'll touch on that, Bobby. Some trade rumors. Ray and I did a recap show on Monday where we touched on those rookies, but we'll give you your moment to give them some shine if you'd like. We'll do a little Pats Bears. I got some statistics for you. Some of them are a little bit surprising when it comes to the Bears and the Patriots. Some of them are not. Spoiler alert, the Bears stink. Celtics opener, touch on that, and the NFL owners Royal Rumble that's going on right now. Shut the fuck up, Ray. The NFL owners are going at each other in kind of hilarious fashion to watch 30 rich white guys just kind of duke it out in the media or verbally at each other while their fucking white jowls just jiggle is entertaining. And Simplest Minds of the Week. Got a couple decent candidates there. So welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show, Friday Rewind, October 21st. Happy birthday to my firstborn. And congratulations on me for getting the date correct. Welcome to the show.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind.
Yeah, if you would have got that wrong, you've been an idiot.
Jesus, what's up, Thor? What the fuck happened to your? Do you modulate your mic?
No.
You sound like shit in the interview too, by the way. Irritable. If you're watching on YouTube, I apologize for myself. If you're listening anywhere, I apologize for Raymond. Unless it's iHeartRadio, because you're part of the movement. We are the #1 New England sports show on iHeartRadio and the self-proclaimed number one New England radio show on iTunes. So wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, subscribe, rate, review, smash it, smash it, smash it. Tell your friends, tell your mothers.
It's because I'm sick.
Cool.
sorry to
Zappe
hear that.
antibodies. Really, I'm just really proud of the analogy that I've come up with COVID and the Zappe Fever, the Maccine vaccine. Just wanted to use that a couple more times.
Oh, it's fantastic. It works
Thanks,
on a lot
Bobby.
of levels. No, it's
Fucking
great.
Bobby.
Yeah.
This is bullshit, Bobby. Don't fucking
Yeah.
make this head any bigger than it is.
Okay, Bobby, elaborate on. Actually, no, I heard your piece. Let me give you my fucking piece. The week 1 against Detroit, the worst defense in the league. We were on the same page. It's smoke and mirrors. It's whatever. I'll give you, he certainly looked better in Cleveland. I'll give you, he was asked to do more things in Cleveland. There are a whole number of plays where you went, oh shit, Isaiah Wynn backs him up 5 yards and Zappe actually picks it up. He can read a defense, made some good throws. It's still the Browns. It's still 2 games. He still hasn't come from behind. I haven't seen a call an audible. I haven't seen him deal with even a big hit. He's never even taken a big hit. So I to say that this is the guy, which so many people in New England are already doing. They're already counting Mac out. I'm just not there yet. Maccine's too foolproof for me right now.
Playing from behind, absorbing a big hit, is that what's going to take it to the next level for you to get the fever?
I guess the way you could describe it is experience, is more time to see what he can do. We've seen it from Mac Jones for a season. People's memories are so short. Last year, at the beginning of the season, we were frustrated because they weren't even letting Mac Jones throw it into the fucking end zone from the 20-yard line. Do you remember that? We were for weeks. Yep. And then you got a game against Tom Brady in the rain in one of the biggest games in Foxborough ever. And Mac Jones goes out there and slings the ball around and keeps him in the game. Then a couple weeks later, they play the Cowboys. Should have won that if Nelson Brickhands Aguilar holds on to one fucking pass, or Stevie Lick My Chop Belichick can call a better play for 3rd and 25. And Mac Jones slung the ball around in that game too. So he had to open it up in those games. They were trailing. They wanted to win. They were in contention. I got to see that type of shit from Bailey Zappe, average height Bailey Zappe. Don't sit here and tell me he's the next heir apparent and he's already past Mac Jones because he beat the Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell 0 for 6 on 4th down, and Jacoby Brissett. Come on.
He didn't just beat him. He beat their ass. That's what he did, okay? He didn't just beat him. He beat their ass, all right? The whole thing with Zappe, it's all about the eye test. When you watch him play, sometimes this whole season before, when you watch Mac drop back to take a pass, I'm so nervous. I'm like counting the seconds. It's like 1, 2, 3, waiting for just get rid of the ball, don't get sacked. Watching Zappe play, it's like he gets back, he either gets the ball out on time, he throws it away, or they hand it off. It just all seems really calm. Like, I know they're not asking him to do much, but they're asking him to do the exact right amount, and he's succeeding. So just when you watch him play, it feels good. It looks good. Watching Mac play, even in the Ravens game where he had his best game and he was throwing the ball all around, it was still utter chaos. It was utter chaos.
I think I seen this 21 years ago.
Oh, fuck you, Ray. I agree with you. I agree 100% with what you're saying, Bobby. The only the only thing that's not allowed me to text you guys that I've started to feel a little fever is Ray, because I just can't deal with the cuntiness that follows, in which when you admit Ray was a little bit right, even a little bit, it's unbearable.
To the moon.
This is the thing that I think is going to take this controversy to the next level. If Mac doesn't play this week against the Bears, let's say that Zappe plays again this week, beat the Bears, they suck, and he comes back against the Jets, everybody's going to think the Jets suck, they're the Jets, we should beat the Jets. The Jets have been a pretty good team. It's on the road. So then if they're going to set him up on the road against New York, who's a much better team, and he might not look that good, They may win the game, but he might not look that good. And then they're going to be like, "Oh, Zappe." I mean, he would have just taken care of business. I think that scenario could really make it a much bigger controversy.
I think Bill Belichick doesn't want a quarterback controversy, but no matter what, throughout that whole season, when Mac goes back in, he's going to have, like, as soon as Mac has a bad game, they're going to call for Zappe to go back in.
There's healthy competition now. There is some real competition, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
absolutely not.
If Mac feels it, he'll play better. And if to his credit, he's not shy of competition with on his own team. He went to Alabama and he played behind big time guys. So to his credit, he's used to this sort of thing. So maybe he responds. Maybe this is the best case scenario for him. But
to go back to your point about the offense looking good, how much of that do you put on the walking nutsack of Patricia and Judge being forced to dial it down with the rookie quarterback, maybe finding their identity on accident, because the offense, I agree with you. I agree with everything you said. It was scattered. Mac Jones was falling away. His mechanics were shit because he was afraid of getting hit. The offensive line was putrid. Zappe's had all day to throw. And don't get me wrong, his pocket presence has made my pocket presence lift in ways that I haven't seen in years. However, I think if they did some similar stuff with Mac Jones, we might be singing a different tune for him. If they just dial it back to some of the stuff they were doing last year, we might be singing a different tune.
I hope that's the case. It's just, is it that thing where like a quarterback he's seeing ghosts, where when he gets back there and he's bailing, Zappe's not bailing right now. He's calm.
I'm with you. And that might be the case. And luckily, as much as we've shit on Belichick for some of his personnel decisions on the coaching staff, at least, I still believe, I don't think he's going to be pressured from anybody to make the call he thinks right on the quarterback. So
he did it with Bledsoe. Everyone wanted Bledsoe to come back.
He wanted to do it with Brady. He finally did it with Brady. He wanted to do it 6 years prior.
Yeah,
he kind of did do it, and then Kraft stopped him.
Right. So I have total faith in that, but I do think he believes and wants Mac to be the guy. I think that he knows, and this is from listening to Paul Perillo's, the Bedards of the world. Like, they're seeing some routes, they're seeing some decision making from Zappe. The first drive for the Patriots off the interception where Hunter Henry stepped out of bounds and they called the touchdown back. I guess according to the professionals, he had Hunter Henry on the first read, just a classic Brady. Hike the ball, throw to the tight end on the seam, touchdown from 1 yard away, missed him. So that type of shit, we don't know how much that is going on. And I said this to you on Monday, Ray. I went back, Bobby, and watched the Baltimore game and then watched the Cleveland game just to because I wanted to see, like, am I remembering Mac Jones right? Because I was with you. I'm like, I think his form sucks compared to Zappe. No, he can throw it better than Zappe, and he reads the defense and he calls audibles and he's making quicker decisions. Like, if you have time, just YouTube those two. You can kind of see it. So I think Belichick probably wants Mac for that reason, but he's not willing to give us a confirmation. And we got a tweet today from Doug Keid.
Sure.
That Mac's 85 to 90% healthy, and everybody expects him to play on Monday night. Belichick is still not willing to commit.
He ain't playing. If everyone expects him to play,
who's the message?
Who's
the message going to? Who's the message coming from? Right? Is that Mac saying I want to play and Belichick holding him out? What for? What do we read into that?
I think it's Mac's camp saying, "Yeah, I'm ready to go. I want my starting job back." And Bill's over there going, "You're not going to fucking tell me what to do. Go fuck yourself, kid. You've been the one talking shit about this offense. Your demeanor all offseason was piss poor, and you expect me just to give you your job back after this kid has come in here and won us 2 games, has over 100 passer rating right now? Yeah, sit behind the kid and take some humble soup, and then I'll put you in when I'm ready to put you in.
A little cup of soup, humble soup.
Cup of soup.
You agree, Bobby?
I agree. No, I think it much more behooves Mac. I mean, as long as Belichick's winning games, he's going to get the fucking credit no matter what happens. Either he gets the credit when Mac wins, or when Zappe wins, he'll take the credit. So Mac is the one with everything to lose.
Yep, I agree with you.
Zappe is everything to gain.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would just say I think there's certainly a bad game coming for Zappe.
Of course.
What happens to the fever when that happens? You know, and I bet it looks ugly because those ugly rookie games are ugly. 4 picks.
Except that's not going to happen because he's the fucking best quarterback in the league, and he's going to fucking drop his nutsack on whoever he plays. So don't fucking talk bad about him again.
Apologies. See the sweat?
There's a sleep deprivation right there. Here he comes. Here comes Bobby.
He's fucking irritable over here too.
Irritable. Speaking of irritable, let me give you some statistics on this Patriots defense, which top 10, top 5. I think, Ray, you put them on top 5 with an exclamation point, not a question mark.
Mhm.
Here's your statistics across the league. They're 9th in points allowed, 15th in yards allowed, 22nd in passing touchdowns, 17th in passing yards, 17th in rushing yards allowed, 22nd in rushing carries, rushing yards per carry. They're 5th in touchdowns allowed rushing, 3rd in takeaways, and 2nd in penalties committed. Keep that in mind. All those 12 penalties, they're all the offense because the defense doesn't commit penalties. But that little string there, 15th in yards allowed, 22nd in passing touchdowns, 17th in passing yards, 17th in rushing
Dolphins
yards.
game. It's a Dolphins game that made it all go up.
They didn't have that much yardage-wise.
Tyreek and Waddle went off, didn't they?
No. That was the famous Belichick press conference.
Waddle went off on one play.
Yardage-wise, we were neck and neck with the Dolphins. That's what he said after the game. No, they kept the Dolphins in check. That's why I proclaimed their top 5 season. No, I don't. I think. Well, who'd they play after that? They lost to
Steelers.
They played the Steelers,
after that.
and then they lost to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore was a big yardage game. Baltimore was a big touchdown game. Lamar
Lamar
by
just
himself.
ran all. Yeah.
So, but do you think, Bob? Do you think those numbers lend to any credence? My main question is, how good were they against the Browns, and do you think, they can continue to be this good?
No, I think with the Patriots numbers, they're a different defense every game. They change exactly what they're going to do to the team they play, and Patriots defenses they will destroy the bad teams the past 2 weeks, and they will give up plays against good teams. It doesn't mean that they won't make plays to win, but like statistics with the Patriots, especially after 5-6 games, it's like, I don't know. I get you just got to watch the games. Maybe the one to take from it is total yards allowed, because that's probably the number one stat, because if you're just giving up the less amount of yards, you're theoretically going to give up the least amount of points.
Well, that's what
the
the
one
NFL.
that I would,
that's what the NFL determines their rankings on. But I'd say what Belichick has always told us is it's points and turnovers. And right now they're 9th in points and they're 3rd in takeaways. So it's the classic let them who's the Colts running back that ran for like 280 yards on them? They just gave
Jonathan Taylor.
No, it was years ago. It was with Peyton Manning.
Edgerrin James.
Maybe Edgerrin James went for like whoever it was. They just put like 9 guys in the secondary. Anyway, the point was, you can march up and down the field 20-20, but if I make you kick field goals and I score touchdowns,
kick field goals, you're going to win the game. Yeah, exactly.
So I've been on them all year. I think their defense has the potential to be excellent. I told Ray this on Monday. You're a cornerback away. You're number 1 cornerback away. How can they get that in a trade? Here's your trade rumors. Fucking awesome segue, Rich.
That was great.
Thank you.
I think they're smooth. Yeah.
Here's your 3 names. These are the 3 guys that could bring something back if you can move them. The number 1 is Kendrick Bourne, now dealing with turf toe, won't need surgery, but turf toe generally doesn't go away, so that diminishes. But you clear about $2.8 million. He's a number 2 on some teams, maybe a number 3. He's a serviceable wide receiver. His stock is certainly low. But the Packers and Raiders are confirmed interested. Obviously, you got old buddy
McDaniels.
Thank you. I told you. My brain just stops all of a sudden. And then Rodgers went on Pat McAfee show. Have you guys been keeping up with Aaron Rodgers in the media this year?
He's crazy.
Somewhat.
He just fucking says anything.
Whatever he wants.
Not a lot of it.
I don't understand why he is continuing to play football. It's crystal clear he doesn't care.
No, and his haircut drives me insane.
Is it because he has hair?
I like the Nick Cage.
He cut it all
that
off.
wasn't bad.
Well, when he wears his hat in the back, like the wings come out the side or like tuck around his ears, but it's bald. It's like a skullet.
Yeah.
Oh God, and he's just ugly. Here's what he said: "Quote: I trust that they'll talking about the GM. I trust that they'll be in the mix on certain guys that they like." Rodgers said on the Pat McAfee show. As always, it comes down to this is why he's just so what a tool. As always, it comes down to need, price, cost of those certain players. But I know Brian's going to do what he best for the football team. And if he feels like adding a guy or two to the mix, I'm sure they'll try to make that happen. I just want to put that because I think need, price, cost from an NFL quarterback. Shut the fuck up, Aaron. Just like go throw the ball. Jesus Christ.
He's dating a witch. How dare you?
I think Raiders are
Isn't she like Earth, Wind, and Fire? Isn't that her name? Something
her
like
name
that.
Blue Earth. Blue of Earth, yes. Huge
Blue Earth.
Bobby.
Blue of Earth.
Huge
Nice.
tits on this girl.
Hey,
Huge tits.
breasts.
Breasticles.
That's confirmed. The Raiders and McDaniels are a legitimate possibility here. They are struggling. McDaniels needs wins. Renfro is dealing with concussion. They don't really have a third guy there. Adams has been doubled and triple teamed, and Derek Carr kind of stinks. So can they swing a deal? What do they have in the secondary? Would Bill make that move? Is he going for draft picks?
Belichick should call up Josh McDaniels to personally tell him to fuck off. That's what he should do. Okay, personally. He says,
Hey, Josh.
"Oh, you need a
Go fuck off."
receiver." Yeah, exactly. That's what he should do. Except it would be a little bit more calm. It'd be like, "Yeah, Josh, Bill here. Yeah, fuck off." Something like that. Yeah.
Was that
So,
Butthead?
no.
It's pretty fucking
That
close.
was a combination of Bill Belichick and Butthead from Beavis and Butthead. It was pretty good.
That was very good.
Wait, so are you speaking of you don't want to trade Kendrick Bourne, or you just think McDaniels can fuck
I think
off?
we should. Well, if we're talking both.
Okay, fine. I'll give you the other two guys on the list, and you can tell me about your trade rumors. So Nelson Aguilar is the other. You
Yes.
got too many wide receivers. Nelson Aguilar carries a $9 million cap hit. Good luck. And then Isaiah Wynn carries
Yes.
a $10 million cap hit. He should just be cut. Those are your big names, and you can go from there.
Yeah, I think with Wynn and Cannon, it's like they're one tackle, so I don't think they're going to get rid of them. I think those two players make one actual player.
This last year on his deal, on his rookie deal, get rid of him. See what you can get for assets in return.
You're real thin. Your next guy is Kajus.
Yeah.
Nobody. So
Yeah, it's just,
Well,
Who's
you can
attacking
trade.
it
You can
down?
trade Aguilar or Bourne and see what you can get for an offensive tackle in that trade.
yeah. So let's talk about the return. I don't know NFL markets enough to tell you what they should get back for him, but I know what their needs are. Right tackle, and if you
Corner.
really want to make a move, if you really want to make a run, big time cornerback. Big time cornerback.
you think they need a corner more than a pass rusher? I see them as needing an edge guy opposite Judon more.
No, I think Dietrich Wise is proven to be okay. Barmore is being a menace. Judon, if he can,
It's amazing.
I think if we've seen in multiple iterations, if you give Bill Belichick a number one cornerback, from Ty Law to Samuel to Talib to Revis to Stephon Gilmore, you have Super Bowl caliber defenses. He can take that one cornerback and then set up the rest of his defense, and the rest of your secondary is good. It's just not good enough. Nobody's good enough to play that. The sound of silence over there, Jonathan Jones, is Bill Belichick shits out number two cornerbacks in this system, and then lets other assholes like LA Chargers pay $82 million for the JC Jacksons of the world to get benched.
That looks genius. It really does.
But he can't create number ones. He always buys number ones. So if you're looking to compete and you're looking to contend either this year or next year, I think that they should be in the market for a number one
next year
disgruntled cornerback. Well, if it's available, though, you have to jump on it because they don't always.
Of course.
Available.
But I think with all the money you're getting in the cap,
And that's not a rookie
up.
either. You can't draft that guy.
No, you got to go pick him up in the offseason, free agency.
That's kind of
They
I've
take
just
time to
seen the
develop
philosophy
if you draft
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Except if you're Jack Jones. That's my boy.
Obviously, future
That's
Hall of Famer.
Future Hall of Famer, fourth round pick, Jack Jones.
If we
And then
could just get
lastly,
fourth-round picks.
Bill Belichick tied George Halas for the second overall wins from a head coach. He will look to break that record Monday against George Halas's Bears, which is
Bears.
basically a guarantee. Let's throw it over to headlines with the obvious.
Thank you there, Richard. The Boston Celtics opened the 2022 season with a win against the 76ers. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum scored 35 points each, good enough for the second highest point total for a Celtics opener, second only to Jaylen Brown's 45-point night last season. This just in, the Jays are good. This also just in, Embiid's a bitch. The Patriots came out of Cleveland with a win, and the Chills' Zappe Fever is settling in. The rookie threw for over 300 yards and 2 TDs in a 38-15 win. Bill Belichick moved to second all-time in wins for head coach in the NFL, about to pass George House. The Patriots take on the ever-dangerous and devastating ankle injury waiting to happen to N'Keal Harry and the Chicago Browns. It's the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football. Troy Aikman will look to remove his foot from his mouth before Joe Buck and Justin Fields put us to sleep. But who will be behind center for the Patriots? Reports from multiple sources have stated that as Mac Jones returns, but Bill Belichick has yet to name a starter. It's going to be Zappe Fever. The Bruins dropped their back-to-back against the Ottawa Senators on Tuesday night. They also have yet to play defense. Jeremy Swayman allowed 40 goals before getting yanked in the second period. And the championship series are set in the MLB. Padres versus Phillies in a classic East Coast versus West Coast matchup, and the Yankees versus Astros in a classic ISIS attack wish list matchup. This has been Headlines with the obvious one. Back to you, Richard. No, he's irritable.
Slow down.
You fucking read the Chicago Browns? Do you do that on...
One typo. Are you modulated? Why do you sound like garbage?
I am sick.
You're yelling.
I went to Grant's house. I got sick. I got a cold now.
You got the Zappe Fever.
Dirty ass Grant.
Zappe or Mac, it doesn't matter in Chicago because the Bears stink. They just lost Thursday Night Football 12-7 to the Commanders. What a fucking disgrace of a game. There are other losses. Go ahead.
This is how bad that game was. I was in the hospital overnight, and I still chose not to watch that fucking game. Okay? In the hospital with nothing else to fucking do. Still didn't watch it.
Yeah. No, I won't either. Put on Price is Right.
This is when relegation needs to come in the NFL. The Bears should be relegated.
Well, an owner's about to get relegated.
Canadian League.
We'll get there. They can't. Yeah, this is where relegation becomes tough. Do you really relegate the Chicago Bears?
If you suck, who gives a fuck?
I know, man. That's a tough franchise to go bye bye.
Wait. How is that a tough franchise to go bye bye?
There's a lot of history.
Yeah,
a lot of
They
history.
got to
with
start
Chicago
doing
Bears.
something with it.
Yeah,
The
do
history
something now.
years ago.
You got to put another team in Chicago. Like Chicago can't go without a football team.
So would you take Jacksonville?
Promote
and put
the Cubs.
Jacksonville
Bring up
in
the Cubs.
Chicago?
Jacksonville doesn't fucking matter because the city doesn't matter. The people down there.
That's
don't
what I'm saying.
matter.
So
Cut the
take
state off
Jackson-
and fuck them off.
Jacksonville, put him up to the Chicago Jaguars.
No, well, if you have relegation, then you need to have an entirely different league. You need to have another 20
XFL
teams down
like
there.
like an XFL.
Yeah, but
No,
does
send them
XFL
to
have a
the
team in
CFL.
Chicago?
If they get relegated, they got to go to Canada. Fuck them. Okay? Make it have some real consequences.
Hey, N'Keal, enjoy Saskatchewan, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Look at devastating ankle injury. Then I know that's a very inside joke and really only made me laugh. But when N'Keal Harry went to Chicago, I think I asked Bill what he was doing in Chicago. He said, "Oh, he's out. They said he has a devastating ankle injury." It just made me laugh so mad. He sucks so bad. So do the Giants. Their other losses came against the Packers, Giants, and I'm sorry, the Bears I'm talking about. Their losses came against the Packers, Giants, and Vikings. No slouch teams, I guess, except for the Packers have kind of shown us their true colors. They did get a win against the 49ers in week 1 against Trey Lance.
Is the most shittiest quarterback in the NFL. We called that, and I finally saw that little tool bag on TikTok, and I can't wait to start a fight on TikTok with that little cunt.
Have fun with that, right?
Thank you.
Their other win came against the Texans. Let me just give you some statistics and tell me how bad the Bears stink. Okay. The Bears defense is 31st in rushing yards allowed. The Pats are 10th in rushing yards in the league. So expect a lot of Ramadama ding dong this game.
Mhm.
They are 30th in rushing touchdowns allowed. They are 3rd in passing yards and 5th in passing touchdowns.
Which is weird.
Maybe
because
they're
everyone just
getting
runs on them.
blown out so bad that
They want to get the
There's-
fuck out of there, so everyone just runs on them so they can get the game over quick.
Yeah, middle of the pack in interceptions, 17th and 25th in sacks. So not a whole lot of pressure for Zappe or Mac to deal with. Might be a perfect situation for old
Bailey
Lewis.
Zappe.
Classic Zappe game. Classic.
Thank you.
Classic Zappe. The Bears offense dead last in pass attempts at 19, 32nd in passing yards. They are 30th in passing touchdowns. Justin Fields, ladies and gentlemen. And is Nagy still there? How does he
No.
still have?
No.
Oh no, they
Matt,
new guys.
They got
came
a
in
new
this-
guy. Yeah,
I
they
can't
got a new
pronounce
guy.
the guy's name, the GM at least. I forget who his name is. Either way, they still suck. 30th in passing touchdowns, 2nd in rushing yards, 4th in rushing attempts, 13th in rushing touchdowns. So they run the ball as the 4th most in the league. They get the 2nd most yards, and they can't score any touchdowns.
Matt Eberfluss.
There you go. Yeah, that was not going to come to me. They stink. They stink out loud. Justin Fields against Bill Belichick should just be an absolute train wreck. And if that run defense is as bad as the statistics tell us they are, then that is fucking wheelhouse city for this Patriots team.
200 yards for Ramadan Ding Dong.
Go ahead. Your thoughts on give me your thoughts. Give me your predictions on Bears Patriots.
It's going to be one of these snooze fest. You're not going to have to watch past halftime.
Is that racist? They're Cleveland. They're the Guardians. So show some respect. They're not the Indians anymore.
You son of a bitch, Raymond.
It says Yawn
God damn
Fest.
it.
Yawn
Oh,
Fest.
apologies.
Yeah, you kind of snuck it in there.
You always got to sneak them in there. I'll give you two predictions. One with Bailey Zappe. If Zappe's the quarterback, I see a 42-3 game. If Mac's in there, 17-6.
Okay, two predictions coming out of Big Mac camp. Robert?
The only thing interesting in this game is who plays quarterback for the Patriots, who rolls out there and what happens. If Mac plays, every single drop back, he's going to get judged compared to Bailey Zappe. That's the most interesting thing in this game. I think the Patriots win. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a complete blowout. I don't see them having 3 blowouts in a game in a row. I think they win probably convincingly, something like 26-13, something like that. But I don't know if it's going to be another straight out blowout, but they win.
Yeah, I think
Who's quarterback,
I
Bobby?
guess-
Who's playing quarterback?
I think it'll be Mac Jones. They said it was a 4 to 6 week injury. This is 4 weeks, so I would assume he would come back as early as possible.
is it smart? Is this the game to bring back Mac? Putting the Zappe Fever away if Belichick looks at the schedule and has to take the Jets a little bit seriously, isn't this the game to bring him back, run the ball 35 times,
Get him back
pass it
into the
19,
swing of the- yeah.
get the play action
think so.
going?
I think it is.
That being said, I think the defense gets a score. I think that bumps you up into the third. Yeah, I think you're like 33 to 13. I think it is a blowout. I think because the defense had tax on 6. So, the Bears fucking suck.
Yeah,
Bears
they're bad.
fucking suck.
How did the scheduling go
It
up?
will
to
be
this to
interesting though. I'll give you this Bailey Zappe Fever. That 38-point game last week against the Browns. I can see the defense doing something very similar in terms of turnovers against the Bears. And if Mac Jones in that offense can't connect in the red zone like Zappe in the offense did on those touchdowns off turnovers, then yeah, here comes the noise. Here comes the Zappe buzz, Zappe zzz. So even if they win convincingly 26-13, Bobby, but they settle for 3 field goals off turnovers because Mac can't punch it in, bzz, here comes the buzz.
If Zappe hits Tyquan Thornton for the 75-yard touchdown, everybody's going to collectively lose their shit. That's what's going to happen, okay? And
Bill's
then it's a hook
back.
and ladder. It's a hook and ladder to Marcus Jones right after, so they both score, and then everybody gets what they want.
Mac and Sophie are selling their house if that happens. See
Yes,
ya.
Exactly.
Chest first checkers, baby.
Mhm.
Quick break. Back with some Celtics talk.
Good pause.
It's helpful. You know what? If you didn't say good pause, it would have been a lot better.
It's a little like the Wizard of Oz. I'm showing you what's behind the curtain.
I know it's behind the curtain.
Your mother's
Your
ass.
mother's roast beef curtains.
Damn it.
I'll just beep your part out.
Thanks.
Okay. Celtics opener, they take down the putrid 76ers. What a trash team. What a trash organization. These guys,
Cunty 76ers.
God, they're so annoying. The most, what they say in the broadcast, like something like 600 games against the Celtics and the 76ers against each other, most in NBA history. They played each other the most. 126 to 117 was the win. Tatum and Brown, 35 points apiece. Tatum with 12 boards, 4 assists. Brown kicked in 3 boards and 2 assists. Let's give you my takeaways. Jays are very good. Let's start there. You see anything, Bobby? How much did you get to watch most of the game, or were you?
I was
Diapering
actually
it?
watching the game, but I was like half in, half out. At one point, I was staring down at the baby and looked up, and Marcus Smart's fighting Joel Embiid. That's actually my number one takeaway from the game that I recall. But
Go ahead on that.
I
Go
mean,
ahead
they're
on. Go. We can
good.
start on the Embiid's a bitch and Marcus Smart's a tool. We can start on that.
Yeah, he's annoying. I mean, just Embiid. So the Celtics' number one weakness is their lack of an interior presence with their top 2 interior guys currently injured. You wouldn't have known. You had that Noah Vondelay guy. He's terrible out there. It didn't. He didn't even. You wouldn't even know. You would think that he would exploit that weakness. Didn't even matter. Literally didn't matter.
You're talking about Embiid now.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that Embiid is there, he's their best player, possibly the best big man. Celtics are down their top 2 front court players, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, I hate watching him play so bad. But that Smart versus Smart Embiid scuffle there. Marcus Smart goes for the steal. Embiid clamps his arm. Marcus Smart flops. Then he kind of taps Embiid's leg, and that big oaf falls down. He flops. Jaylen Brown comes running in. There's pointing. And then Marcus Smart had this whopper after the game. This, maybe I'll pull the audio for the show. This is, oh, hello. Where are you going? Hey. This is incredible. First game of the season. If there's one thing that's going to take this team down, it's not the Robert Williams injury. It's Marcus Smart and his stupid ego and his dumb brain. Here's what he said about that scuffle. Quote, I went for a rebound, a basketball play. Smart said of the incident. Went for the steal, basketball play. Referee blows his whistle, calls a foul. I stop play. My arm's still stuck in there, and he tries to break it. And then I'm the only guy who gets a tech. If I did that, I'd probably be ejected, suspended 3 games, 4 games, fines. But the fact that I was the only one to get something out of it is kind of beyond me. I'm the defending defensive player of the year. He actually said defending DPOY. I'm the defending DPOY. That's how I get treated. It's tough, but it's like I said, it's maturity. I could have cracked his head open, but I didn't. And that's the maturity we have. So we move on, and it is what it is.
How can you keep this guy on this fucking team?
This guy's 29 years old. He's 20, or is he 28? Whatever. Like, he's not a kid. He's a grown adult. He's been in the league for 9 seasons, and he literally gives himself credit in the third person. I'm the DPOY gets treated like that. Nah, man, it's cool. It's just my maturity. I could have cracked his head open, but no, I'm mature. I'm too mature for that now. It's all good. What a fucking idiot.
The guy really is. He's really an idiot. I mean, what the Jays see in this guy and why he hasn't gotten him out of this fucking organization is beyond me.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Don't worry, man. I'm mature. That's why I didn't crack his fucking head open.
Who wouldn't want that guy in the locker room? He's clearly entertaining. Okay, who else are you gonna hang out
Anybody. I think
Yeah.
anybody except for Kyrie Irving and Geno Smith. Marcus Smart's third on my list of hateable people. I think so. There's the story that Tatum and Brown were invited to do the Sports Illustrated cover, and they invited Marcus Smart to come because they knew that he'd piss his pants not getting invited.
Right. Yeah.
I think Tatum and Brown, now 6-7 seasons into this with this fucking tool bag, understand the value that he is on the court, and they have to manage him on the court and they have to manage him off the court. And kudos to them. Talk about the
Why would you want
Jays
to do that,
evolving.
though? Why would you want to do that?
Well, I think, and this is from reports, I think they are friends. Like, I think off the court, just in terms of, like, I think they like each other. So there's that. And then I think, look, say what you want. when Marcus Smart plays his role, he's a difference maker. He's good. Obviously he can step out of that role and cost you some games, but they probably see that. But I think the bigger point is they're learning how to manage him, literally manage him. So I don't know. What's your take on the Jays, Raymond? Did you?
You got strong. Jason got strong, and the one thing that you called 2 years ago was Tatum's weakness, driving to the hole and not being able to finish. He was finishing last night, and he looked good. He looked strong. They kept saying in the whole broadcast that, you put on some more muscle, look at him, how strong he's going to the hole. That one part of his game, he's actually worked on, and he's gotten a lot better at.
Jason and Tatum and Jaylen Brown were 21. I think you lost your mic, Ray. I think your computer audio. They were 21 of 24 inside the 3-point arc in that game, 84%, whatever that is. I have been calling that for many years. I've been saying Tatum needs to develop a back to the basket offensive game in the post or on the elbow. And he did this 2 or 3 times last night. If you're inside the 3 and you got a guy like he's 6'10", just rise up and shoot the jumper. Like what he makes it for a number of years as he's coming to this league, he's just made it so hard on himself to create offense. And hopefully that continues, Ray. I'd still like he does that like kind of semi-Euro-y slices into the lane and kind of does like a falling away finger roll thing. I'd like his.
Yeah, but everyone does that in the league. Everyone does that in the league now. The Euro step.
Jaylen Brown doesn't do it. Jaylen Brown goes hard. And he pump fakes and he gets easy layups. Watch Jaylen Brown around the rim compared to Jason Tatum. He fixed this. Jaylen Brown added this to his game like 3 seasons ago. He gets to the rim. He has body control. He gets a pump fake. He gets a layup. Like, watch him compared to Tatum. Tatum's got to be all in one motion. His body control kind of loses it when he gets around the rim sometimes. So
in the air, he has less body control.
Right. But if he can, like, I hate to say Carmelo Anthony, but like if he can develop that type of mid-range, just rise up and shoot the jumper, dude. You're taller than everybody. Just rise up and shoot it.
I thought in general they prioritized the mid-range non-3-point game a little bit last night. I thought they were shooting less threes. Instead of just like going for like dunks and threes, I thought they were kind of working the middle of the floor a little bit more.
Yeah, and certainly a lot of transition baskets that was made. That was a heavy point made by the broadcast. Joe Mazzulla wants to run. He wants to get out there and push the ball.
They fucking ran. They were pushing it last night.
Especially if you're going to have small lineups,
You can tell that they're a quicker team. They were up and down the court. Philadelphia looked a little tired in the second half, but
Philadelphia looked out of shape. Their guys looked fat.
How dare you fat shame?
James Harden said he lost 100 pounds.
How dare you fat shame, you son
Nothing
of a bitch.
better than fat shaming. I feel better already about myself. You goddamn right, those fat fucks.
Fat bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, speaking of fat bitches, I just can't. Embiid's the softest whistle in the league. Horford got screwed on multiple. Harden's right behind him. They give that guy every fucking. How many 4-point plays did he get a chance at? 3 of them.
Well, what was the best play when he fucking shimmied? He got Marcus Smart with the push off, and they didn't call it. And he shimmied, and then fucking airballed it. That was fucking classic.
Yeah, they're absolute trash. It doesn't seem like the Udoka scandal has affected this team to this point. They seem focused. They seem locked in, and Mazzulla seems legit off the first game.
Yeah, and they doused him with water after his post game speech in the locker room. So yeah, they're all bored of the Mazzulla train.
How about Brogdon?
He looked good.
Efficient. Both guards were efficient off the bench, Williams and Brogdon. Brogdon has that old man game. He's just like, he doesn't look like he's moving fast. Everything looks deliberate, but he gets it done. And he just has these like few moves. It's like, that he's going to do it, but he just fucking does it. And it makes him look good. It's like, it is like an old man game. It looks like a men's 30 plus out there when he's playing, but he was efficient.
Did you guys like that starting lineup last night?
I did and here's why. There's 2 reasons. Number one, you're so shallow in the front court. You need help. Like Vondelay Industries is not going to get it done.
As soon as Horford got hurt, foul trouble, I was like, holy fuck, this kid sucks.
I don't know if he's an NBA caliber player.
No, he gave him 20 minutes. Like, good for you, man. But like, he looked lost
They
out
had
there.
to because all the foul trouble. Grant
I know,
Williams got
and
in
Grant
foul
Williams,
trouble. Al Horford got in foul trouble, so they had to play him that much.
Grant Williams, I thought played a great game. He solidified himself as as the solid 3-and-D role player in the NBA. He should get his extension or get his contract.
He's an excellent player off the bench.
15 points. And this to my point, Ray. I like the lineup because I like Brogdon and Grant Williams off the bench. If you don't have that off the bench, I get you.
Derek White and Peyton Pritchard can't do that for you.
Derek White and Grant Williams is not Malcolm Brogdon and Grant Williams. So I think that's important. That's not how you should finish the game. I don't finish the game with Derek White. Brogdon should be out there. But throughout the game and working your rotations, Brogdon, and they had one lineup out there that lasted about 2.5 minutes. No Tatum, no Brown, no Smart, no Brogdon. It was Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Vondelay Industries, and they got torched. And then Jaylen Brown came in and kind of set them straight. I don't know what Mazzulla was doing, just kind of seeing if he can stretch it out for a second.
This goes. Let's roll the dice.
You think Mazzulla was trying to save old man Brogdon by playing Derek White instead, just letting him kill some minutes early in the season?
No, I think he's managing egos, and I think that he is establishing his bench. I think Brogdon is your bench. Imagine if you had Brogdon last year, you're a champion.
Mm-hmm.
You win, probably,
and you're probably going to win this year.
Hey, that a lot of that will depend on old Time Lord setting himself up again. The latest injury report from the ever reliable Celtics health department: Robert Williams now not expected back to the second half of the season, whatever that means. So we've gone from 4-week injury. Actually, we've gone from last spring to torn MCL, can't do any more damage to it, just play through the playoffs, to wait 4 months, have surgery right before the season, 4-week recovery, 6 to 8 week recovery, maybe 12. All right, we'll see him after the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm. That was planned. But so it sucks though, because you can't have him play great and then trade him, because now he's coming in the second half. The trade deadline's already going to pass, so you don't, or pretty close to it. So you're not going to be able to have a very good tape on him, see how well he's doing with the knee. So you're keeping him. You're not trading this guy in the midseason.
Not in mid-season. You would package him in the offseason anyway. You wouldn't trade Robert Williams at the trade deadline. You're a championship team. But you take him and package Derek White's money, you're looking at almost a max contract. Throw some other fodder in there, and you're looking at a max deal. Oh man, I'd move on from Robert Williams so fucking fast if someone wants to take him and give something in return.
Especially if we get a ring. Fuck yeah. See you later, dude.
Yeah.
You guys need your fucking negativity. You guys would be positive. The team looked great last night. That was a great win. Playing the 76ers, which is one of the toughest, one of your toughest opponents in the East. You should be happy right now. Instead, you guys are fucking negative, tired.
They're missing a guy. They need one more guy.
They need front court help.
Yeah, they need one more guy. They need Danilo Gallinari. They signed the guy, then he got hurt.
Did you not see Blake Griffin give solid minutes last night?
Blake Griffin looked fucking lost too. Let me see the white boy. Show me Hauser. Show me Doogie Howser out there.
He wasn't out there very long.
No, he was out there in that lineup. And he was the guy that subbed out for Jaylen Brown. He never touched the ball.
Nope.
Playing him.
Bobby's right. They're missing a guy. Let's see how they look Friday in Miami. They need front court help.
Yeah.
And I did read a report today, and maybe we can thank Udoka for this. Wyc Grousbeck has come out publicly and said that I've given Brad Stevens carte blanche money-wise to go win a championship. So fuck your tax line.
Exemption, yeah, whatever.
Spend the money, get who you need, get what you need, go win the championship. If you didn't have that negative PR from Udoka, I don't know. I don't know if he's spending that money. He might just try to gut it out.
We need to buy Matt Patricia a hooker then. So then Kraft's all aboard about that too. Get some negative PR down there in Foxborough.
Listen, we don't need Matt Patricia to do it. Kraft will do that all on his own. Okay.
Yeah, but he won't feel sorry for himself and spend a lot of money. We got to get a fucking fat ass that with a terrible beard and Big Mac sauce all over it. Fucking hooers down there in Foxborough so he can spend some money.
I bet Joe Judge is more likely.
No, he looks angry.
That's exactly the type of guy that would buy a hooker.
Yeah, Ryan Who's the Dodgers pitcher that'll never pitch again? That Bill likes. He's on the
Braun.
No, that's Ryan Braun. God
Braun.
damn it. The guy that beat the shit out of the girl, donkey punched the girl,
Yeah.
and it's been
Oh, he was
suspended.
like the closer or something.
Trevor Bauer.
Oh, Trevor Bauer. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, Joe Judge is a Trevor Bauer kind of sexual predator.
I bet you he gets pegged.
Heard it.
Damn right.
We're going to combine the next segment in Simple Minds Sports. So we're going to go to the Simple Minds of the week right after this.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
We're gonna start with Jerry Jones and the NFL owners in these votes that they have going on. The first one was a 31-1 vote by the NFL owners to essentially extend Goodell as commissioner. Robert Goodell has made $128 million in the past 2 seasons as NFL commissioner. He's gone from, how is it explained? Basically from a salary of however many million to bonuses for how well the NFL does, which, spoiler alert, really fucking well. $10 billion a year. Well, $128 million. Jerry Jones says, fuck that son of a bitch. I ain't paying him any more money. He is the one guy in the league that can't see through the trees that Roger Goodell takes it on the chin better than anybody I've ever seen in my entire life. That guy is a walking punching bag.
Have you seen Bill's mom? She could take it on the chin pretty fucking good.
He's not even here.
Fuck him.
Anyway, I don't know how this transpired, but the sound clip out of that meeting was Jerry Jones to Robert Kraft, our very own Robert Kraft. Jerry Jones said, quote, "Don't fuck with me." Robert Kraft replied, "Excuse me?" And Jerry Jones tucked his fucking tail and said, "I'm sorry," or "Don't mess with me," I think is what was quoted. What
Ooh,
is that about?
I
Is
need
he
to know.
losing his mind?
Yeah.
Because he was
He's
also
starting
brought
to get a
in.
little senile.
Or was that his massage therapist that Mr. Kraft saw down there in
So
Florida?
we also had the sound clip from the Dan Snyder fiasco going on. They're voting on that too. Jim Irsay was speaking out on that. And he said, "I think that we'll have the 24 votes it takes to vote Dan Snyder out." However, Dan Snyder has in his back pocket, basically, I got dirt all on every one of you guys, including Goodell, and I'll take you all down. Here it is. An ESPN report also claims that Snyder threatened to, quote, blow up Jerry Jones and several NFL owners, as well as Commissioner Roger Goodell, and that he exists among the hate-driven, quote, mafia of owners, all causing Snyder to say, "They can't fuck with me." You got a Royal Rumble going on right now with these 30 billionaires, Robert.
These guys are riled up. I'll tell you what. Wow. Good for them.
What is
them.
Jerry Jones' fucking problem? Why doesn't he want?
Someone has some really good dirt on
His problem-
something that we don't
His
even think
problem is
about.
he's going to die soon. That's his problem.
Hmm.
He's pissed.
Do you think do you think he's killed a hooker?
Yes.
He hasn't. Somebody else did, and he was associated with the event.
He's like Whitey Bulger. He doesn't fucking do it. He has his mercenaries do it for him.
He spent COVID on a yacht with hookers, like actual hookers, were just on a yacht in COVID. He was in the sea. He was like a villain in a Bond movie at sea, avoiding the plague with a bunch of hookers.
Why would you villainize this guy? Sounds amazing.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, right? I'm a seeker of truth.
Okay,
If that's the dirt they have on him, who gives a fuck?
Let's go into his mind. If those are the sort of things you do, I mean, what could he be doing next?
I'm telling
Dive
you
right
right
into
now.
the mind of someone that would do that. Okay, dive right in.
What is
Do you think?
What is in the cement of AT&T Stadium down there in
Silicone and
Fort Worth,
STDs.
Dallas? Yeah, probably more than that.
Do you think if that's out in the public? Do you think Jerry Jones cares about anything Daniel Snyder could potentially bring to him? Jerry would be like, well, I'll do you one better. This is some stuff that you didn't find. I did this. I did this. I did this. He doesn't care.
I once took a pirate sword and cut a bitch up. Better to
Here,
my-
let me show you the
better to my
pictures
sharks.
on my phone.
Yeah, I don't know. You would think that at that age, that money, that power, that delusion, that nothing would really affect you. But look at Robert Kraft. You know, he gets caught in the handjob circle, has a secret wedding over the past. Since then, I would venture he spent fucking how many hundreds of $1 million in charitable causes. During COVID, he was sending planes everywhere. He just put $50 million into a charity in Massachusetts. I forget which one. $50 million. His own money.
Makes you forget about handies.
Exactly.
He's buying the forgiveness.
He's buying forgiveness. He's building us a brand new stadium with his own money, not taking the taxpayers' money.
Not a stadium. He's building the giant scoreboard, not a stadium.
And on the
biggest in the
down
world,
low, he's
motherfucker.
hitting that
Respect.
side.
Mhm.
And all on the side.
Exactly.
How old's the sweet doctor that married into the Kraft family there?
42.
42. Ray knows. Of course, Ray knows. Before we move on and end the show on the final Simplest Minds here, actually, we'll get to this guy. I had a question on this guy for you, Bobby. We'll get there. The first guy I want to mention to you, we can go quick here. Rookie Brendan Schooler of the Patriots, special teamer, the guy that collected 2 muffed punts
48. Sorry.
Okay. Collected 2 muff punts this year. The last one against the Browns to essentially seal the game, minus the onside kick that was ridiculous.
The debacle.
Anyway, tried to hand the ball to Belichick on the sideline. Got stone cold like a bad date in an 8th grade dance, and then after the game went up and gave Belichick a handshake for his win. Just a fucking kiss ass.
Who's this fucking guy? That's what Bill was saying.
Looks like he belongs in the movie Dazed and Confused in Europe with his purse and his bell bottoms. Thoughts?
As someone that's been watching Patriots football for a long time, when I saw it on the live broadcast, I personally cringed. Like, I don't know these people, but I watched it and I got a reaction thinking, how fucking dumb is this guy? Like how does he this stupid to do that? Like, you fell on a football that was in front of you. You've done, what are you doing? I just couldn't believe that he would do that.
I was surprised he wasn't cut the next day.
No, you know what the thing is with people that dumb is they're so likable. Like
Thank
you know those type of people.
Thank you.
No, it's Matt. It's Saul. It's Matty Poo. Matt's so dumb and lovable. It's just like he can do and say the stupidest shit, and you're just like, all right, you're cute.
It's an excellent comparison. Yeah.
You know,
That was great. That was
Brendan
good.
Schooler probably just works his ass off. Yes, sirs himself to death at practice. Just like drinks the piss out of Belichick's shoe, and then he makes a couple gaffes because his head's so far out the fucking lunch. Other than football, they're just like, all right, Schooler, you're okay, man. Go comb your hair. What an idiot. Speaking of idiots, Tom Brady's losing his mind as well. Super G has sent this guy into fucking orbit. On his podcast, don't know what it's called, don't care. Quote, I almost look like a football season like you're going away on deployment in the military. Woof, Tom. And it's like, man, here I go again. There's only one way to do it. You continue. Whenever you may say, oh man, I want to make sure I spend a little more time doing this, your competitiveness takes over. And as much as you want to have this playful balance with your work balance, you're going to end up doing exactly what you've always done, which is why you were which is why you are who you are. You're going to do. Oh God, I'm losing my mind. You're going to go.
Tool.
How do I get it done? What do I do?
Slow down. Slow down.
This is a terrible quote.
Read that last line.
You're going to go.
You're going to go.
How do I get it done? You know. What do I got to do to get it done? See, if you articulate, you're fine.
You're right. I should have slowed it down. Either way, that's a rambling man who's lost his brain. A woman's broken it, and
know what that reads to me? I need some fucking pussy. fast.
That's why he went to Kraft's wedding to get some of those old 42-year-old biddies of his
His own age.
of Kraft's wife.
Yeah, he was Yeah, that's right. He was running stag at Kraft's wedding, collecting some bridesmaid skirts. The thing that I think that he'll get away with the military is right after he says military, nothing he says after that is coherent to anything about the military. He just fucking rambles about basically being dumped. So
Pretty much.
fucking what an idiot. And he has sucked. Okay, last one.
What the fuck is this?
Cameron? Remember Cameron?
I remember
The
Cameron.
rapper?
Yeah.
Horse
Yeah.
and carriage.
He slipped into Nia Long's DMs after
Oh.
now he waited a couple weeks, smart man, but then he went on to say this. Hey, Stink. Guess they got a nickname thing going on. I was giving you some time to yourself till I reached out. This is my Cameron voice. Killer Cam wrote, your perseverance as a strong black woman through this turbulent time has me. Why am I like a?
That's Southern, like that's
Why am I like a Cajun plantation owner? Yeah. Your perseverance as a strong black woman through this turbulent time has been something to behold. You shouldn't be taken advantage and exploited as you did. Nothing to deserve this, Cameron added in his messages, especially over all these sports networks. You're bigger and better than that. Sick? I don't know what that.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You're a queen, and by that, by the way, I'm a king. Together we can achieve greatness. We're both destined for it as a couple. The rapper continued. As I sit here sipping my gazpacho and watching The Best Man, I was inspired to reach out because that's what I'm the best man for you! Exclamation! Exclamation! Hope to hear from you soon, my amor. French? No, Spanish.
Mi amor.
Mi amor.
Hope to hear from you soon, mi amor. And should I say, ni amor?
Hey, those panties got wet when she read that.
Cameron revealed she has yet to respond.
Ghosted.
Yeah, fuck, I can't read tonight either. Sorry, Raymond. But either way, what I just read that and I was laughing out loud the whole time. It was great.
I haven't even heard about that. When I was reading this, I'm like, who the fuck is Cameron?
Yeah, because we were going back and forth, and I was fiery hot this morning too. I was fighting everybody on text chains, and then
Oh, you were?
something about Udoka was like, yeah, his wife left him. You know, he fucked up. Blah blah blah. Ray comes over the top with his wife didn't leave him. He's standing by him. Cameron thinks differently, bitch.
Nay.
Niamor.
Good for Cameron.
Ni amor.
Cameron revealed she has yet to respond.
How'd that text exchange go? She didn't write back.
Eh.
I'm on unread. Damn it.
Just been 3 dots for a month. Waiting.
She seems like a Samsung kind of girl, though.
Ooh, racist again. Right. God, I'm gonna have to
Sorry.
beat that.
Sorry.
This has been the Simple Mind Sports Show, Friday Rewind, October 21st. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Finn.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something loaded inside of side. I got something on my mind.
Marty! You've got to come back with me! Where? Back to the future!
Oh, Robert.
Oh, Robert. Oh,
Oh,
Robert.
Robert.
Oh,
Roberto.
Congratulations, Robert.
Gentlemen, how goes it? How are you?
It's going well.
You look
Good.
fucking dapper. Like, he doesn't even look like a brand new father over here. He's gotten his sleep. Hold on, I gotta take a drink real quick.
Looks can be deceiving. I'm gritting this one out.
He's
good for
still in that early
Yeah.
sleep deprivation phase.
Where it's not really hitting him yet.
I'm on like the 8-week where my eyes just pretend to be open.
Yeah.
And I'm irritable. Very, very irritable. So don't fucking push me, Vine.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Hold on, let me pull this up. What are we doing? Yeah, that's right. I'm also dumb as shit. I can't remember anything I can't, like, my brain just loses it.
Welcome to my world.
I didn't say I had tits. I said I can't remember them.
They're called
Totally
breasts.
different part of the body.
Tits
called-
and fucking elf ears.
Motherfucker.
I'm sorry. I'll beep out the T word.
Thank you.
What do you say we get the show started, because we're a little bit late this evening? The Simple Minds Sports Show, latest and the greatest in New England sports. We'll start it with some